All right, our next project on the old JC Penney is, if you turn it on, you can hear a transformer hum. So I want to wire this to an external 12 volt power supply so we don't have that old transformer hum. I thought about checking out my bad radio and see if the transformer is better condition than that, but I thought that I would just hook it up to an external power supply. That would be easier. And the reason I say that, I'm very, very lucky that I happen to have both power cords. I actually happen to have two of the 120, and if you look on the plug, it labels it. So you can see when you plug the 120 in, it runs off of the two connections here. And when you use 12 volts, it runs off the bottom connection. So if we go over here, I have a 12 volt plug, and it's going to be running off of the bottom connections, like I said. And I should mention right here that this screw down here adjusts the voltage. So I want to make sure I'm not under voltage or over voltage, and to me around 13.7 would be ideal. Now what I want to do here on our power supply, our 12 volt, it doesn't have an inline fuse, so I'm going to attach an inline fuse to it. All right, if you look at my cigarette adapter, it's saying 13.6. But if we go on my voltmeter with my multimeter here, we're getting 13.75, which is right around where I want to be. So I'm going to trust my multimeter versus the LED voltage readout that you plug into your auxiliary socket. All right, we now have three power supplies. We have our pyramid regulated power supply. We have our pile switching power supply. And then we have the other power supply that I had bought at Amazon, and I don't think I spent very much with it. I just had it as a backup. But I always think it doesn't hurt to have lots of power supplies. So I really could have hooked it up to the pyramid because I only run one radio at a time. But this one's hooked up, I believe, to, I think this one's hooked up to the ham. So it's possible that I could run them both at the same time. And let's go ahead and take a look at the radio now. Turn it on with no volume. And there is no hum. Now, one thing I noticed after I hooked this up is when I key the mic, there is no dimming of the power. And if we look at a clip that I did actually I did it yesterday when I was working on switching the plate and everything, you can see when I key down the mic that my lights dim on the channel select indicator light and the meter. Anyone have a copy on 595 Lake Tahoe, Nevada? I also noticed when I key the mic, my RF output seems to be higher too, and the watts on my meter seem to be putting out a little more. So I don't think I was getting the full transmitting power. If you look at the meter closely, compared to the other one, you'll see that it goes up on the scale. CQDX 595 Lake Tahoe, Nevada. Then we can look here. CQDX 595 Lake Tahoe, Nevada. So I'm very pleased with that. 627 Indiana 595 Lake Tahoe, Nevada.
Yeah, Lake Tahoe.
627, you're booming here. You're above all the rest. Nice sounding radio.
Hey, I appreciate the flowers there, Lake Tahoe. I really appreciate the flowers there. You keep a vase for yourself on your table. We'll do it again when we can. 627, operator Ken. We are clearing QRZ 73.
73s to you. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. 595, standing by. All right, that's a big success in my book. So the only thing I really have left that I can think of is to replace the capacitors in this. I can kind of tell with some static and the way that it's acting sometimes that I think some of the capacitors are bad on this, especially in AM. So we're going to replace that. And I know I keep saying it's my next video, but I keep finding other things to do to the radio. But anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like my content, please hit that subscribe button. And thank you to everyone that has and is supporting my channel. So I will see you next time.